Yo,
What is going on?
What's
everyone?
happening here this morning?
What is going
Not
on?
morning.
Well,
What's
in some
going on?
countries it is. In some countries.
Yeah, right. Not here, but right. It's nighttime, beautiful weather,
Nice and cold,
camping
nice and
weather.
crisp. Getting there.
Yes. Welcome to Endzone Sports Podcast. As you can see, we're only two of us here tonight. We got the other one coming in. Paulo's out there celebrating his son's 10 under championship?
NUD2 Orioles championship.
Superstars. We're gonna see at least one of those kids. Hopefully
Congratulations
his
to
son.
TJ
Yes,
Guerrero, Paulo's son, on that championship. Great game.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see him in the pros 10 years from now. That will be a blessing.
Yes,
for
it
everyone.
will. Yes, it will.
Yes. I'm hoping I
The
get
Big Bambino.
Yeah, buddy.
That's what he
A
is.
lot of stars start off that way.
You remind me of that kid on ESPN. Remember on that Little League when they asked him what he do? He said, I hit dingus.
Yeah, I hit dingus. That's how you start. That's how you start, man.
But congratulations.
I wish my daughter would play some softball.
For real, I'm going to try to get mine involved too. Mine right now don't really want to do sports. She wants to just do dance and stuff like that.
Well, you dance with her, man.
I got to do what I got to do.
My daughter's a gamer, so I got to support
her. Oh, is she?
Yeah. Not only Roblox, but she'll get on either if I'm playing Call of Duty or Madden, she wants to play, and that's all she cares about. So
that's nice. That's what's up.
Yeah. Listen, I told her I support you and everything, but as long as you keep your grades up.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
You can play as much as you want, but that's all that matters. Yeah, welcome. Episode 17. Endzone Sports. We got D next to me.
Mr. Fins up. I'm good, hanging in there. Trying to stay away from these sicknesses going around.
Yeah, I know, man. That's going on everybody. So
everywhere,
right?
Everywhere.
Yeah, hopefully we got Mike coming on a little bit later.
He said he should be coming on soon. He should be coming on soon. So
and like I said, we just mentioned Paulo and his celebrating, probably taking the kids to Bojangles.
Probably.
Yeah, I love Bojangles. We're gonna start off with our picks. We're sorry we weren't able to go ahead and show up on Tuesday, but this past week, I think everybody went 1-2 except for me.
Oh, can you believe it? It's a new world. It's a new age coming about, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm speaking to the gurus. I'm speaking to the gambling gurus, and they telling me who to bet. They lied to me about the Chiefs, but that's a league choosing game, the rigged league.
Yeah. We can talk about that because I'm starting to believe it more. I'm starting to believe it more and more about the riggedness.
It's the truth. Everybody's talking about it.
I think so.
Like I said, but as of now, everyone is 12-12, and we still got a bunch more games left. So you know what I mean. I might just start running away with it.
You might. You never know.
Yeah, it could happen.
But it's crazy how everyone is still 12-12. Like normally, when you do something like this, I be hearing people like up ahead going crazy and then bottom guy. But it's shocking that we all 12-12. So we still got some time.
It's still a lot of fun though. Those are the games we. Oh, there he is.
There he goes.
Talking about the double. Yeah. I heard what happened. I heard what happened.
We got a new setup here?
Yeah, it's a new setup for today.
Nice.
It looks nice. Like the NBA courts.
Oh my God, those things are ugly.
You see Chicago's holy.
Jeez. Let's not even talk about it because I don't even know what's going on with that crap.
It's supposed to be New Jerseys, but the Knicks still have the same jersey. What happened? Knicks didn't get the memo?
No, I think the road teams don't. I think the home teams.
Oh, the road teams don't get to.
There you go, trying to blame the Knicks.
There you go. F the Knicks, man. Call Celtics. Bleed green, buddy.
You're an alien.
All right, we're gonna start. We were talking about the picks, Mike. How I was the only one who went 2-1, and feel sorry for you guys going 1-2. You guys try to copy my picks, but
it was a hard ass week, man. There was 2 games that weren't even close. Like I just gave up at halftime. I don't even know which one I have right.
This
week's not this.
Yeah, you had the Vikings. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Vikings
Yeah,
won.
this week's
That
not
was your only
easy.
win. This week is gonna be
Yeah,
a lot
that's it. The
easier.
other two, Pittsburgh wasn't
Yeah,
close. No, it's not easy.
I'm telling you,
It's not
it's
easy.
the
So I'm about to
NFL's
go one.
rigged,
I'm
man.
about to go one
You
and
know, people.
I'm about to go 1-2 again, or 0-3.
0-3. 0-3 sounds better.
Shit.
You know, you don't want to go
At this
one and two,
point,
one win. You know, go 2-1 like me. You
Hmm.
know,
we're all 12 and
like I
12,
said,
right?
we're all
Yeah, all
12
of
and
us.
12. We're all 12 and
Oh,
12. But like I said, there's a lot more games. And we're gonna start off. Who wants to start off with their picks this week? You know,
Well, I
you gonna
got
start off with
Paulo
the
since
picks?
he's not on, and I
yeah,
got
let's yeah,
Tone. Yeah,
Paulo.
let's
Yeah,
start that off
start
and
with
get that
Paulo and
out the way.
Tune.
So right
Start
now
off with
Yeah.
Paulo and
they
Tune.
didn't do the same picks this week, so they must have not spoke to each other, right?
Okay.
That's what
All
So
right.
happened.
Okay.
Paulo got Atlanta minus 3.5. He's got the Rams at +3. He's got the Jets at +3.5.
What's the second one, D? Sorry, I'm just trying to
Rams
write.
+3.
Rams +3. There we go.
Yeah,
And Jets, right? Plus
and
three
the
and a
Jets
half.
+3.5.
Okay.
Tone.
Tones.
Tone has the Rams
We got
+3.
it. Well, before you say his picks, we got to get that guy in. We got to get that guy back
I don't know
in.
why he never
Uh,
We got
yeah,
you
you
that,
know,
know either
maybe
set
because he didn't
son,
have the background. He wanted the background. We couldn't
you
get him the
yeah.
background. So
Well, you
maybe
know
he
what I
wants the
mean.
background.
Yeah, swing by there and stuff. Set him up or something like
I
that.
gotta go there to set him up.
Yeah, you guys know more. You know, I don't know. I'm still calling my wife to try to get the background. We got to get this guy in. You
Yeah.
know, shout out to
So
Tone.
he gave me the Rams +3, the Buccaneers +2.5, and the Colts -2.5.
Colts,
Yes, sir.
yeah, Colts
Colts 2.5.
-2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, -2.5. And then the Bucks is
Okay.
plus 3 or +3.5. You said
Plus
The Bucks
two
are
and a half.
+2.5.
2.5.
Come on.
Oh, sure. I thought
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
3. It's 3. It went to 3, so it's at 3.
Oh, 1 to 3. Plus
plus
3.
3.
+3.
Okay. And then he got the Rams, right? Because I seen it on the thing.
He's got the Rams +3.
Hmm.
So Mike, you can go next if you want.
Yeah, I'll go. I got the Rams too, +3. Stafford is iffy game time decision. I'm not going to switch my pick. I already had it down, so I'm not going to switch it. I'll swallow it either way. If they win, great. If they don't, whatever. But hopefully he plays. If he plays, I feel good about that pick. The other one I have is because I texted D because just to double check. I have Seattle +6. I'm going all underdogs this week. I'm gonna try something new here. I got Seattle +6. I know they're going across the country playing a red hot Ravens team. But Seattle's defense is not bad. That kid Witherspoon is good. Last time I picked against Ravens, they crushed the Lions. So, but I'm doing it again. I'm gonna do it again. And then my last pick is no Kirk Cousins, but I don't I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'm going Vikings +3.5 just because of 3.5.
Wow.
So they can still lose by 3 and stuff like that. So that's why I'm taking that half a point. I'm taking that half a point.
Someone's going on 1-3 this week.
And that's my pick.
Sounds good. Good
1 and
picks,
2,
Mike.
1 3.
Good picks.
Yes.
1-3.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Batman, you want to go? You want me to go?
Yeah, sure. I'll make mine quick.
2-1.
I'll make
You
mine
go last. It's up to you. Whatever you want.
Yeah, listen, write this down, dot it down, send it to the pros, go to your corner stores and get those. I said too much.
Yeah,
I said too much. Yeah, I said too much. I'm going with the Chiefs -1.5. Even though Tua touchdown is going to go crazy over there in Germany. Guten Tag. I'm going with Falcons -3.5. And I'm also going with the Packers -3. Cheeseheads.
Oh, you're going
Packers.
against you're going against me in 2 games. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Heads up, Mike. I saw your picks and I said I'm going the opposite.
That's
Not really.
fine.
No.
I'll send you my picks every week.
All right.
I might, man. It's hard to say.
All right, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go against some people. No, I think I'm going somewhat the same. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with the Colts -2.5, -2.5, but they're gonna lay the 2.5. I'm also gonna go with the Texans laying the 3, -3. And with my last pick, I'm gonna go and I have to go with them because they look like a completely different team. And I'm going to go with the Bengals on Sunday night with the -2.5 over the
Yeah,
Bills.
I was thinking that too. I was
Good
thinking
pick.
that too.
Good pick. Especially
What
against
they
the
did
Bills.
last week, my lord, it was crazy.
Well, we talked about
Yeah.
it before. We talked about it when they, after that Seattle game, going into their bye. When they come back, they're gonna have to score something. They did.
And they figured it
They
out.
did.
They got healthy and figured it out.
Yeah. Well, this week, week 9, we have 4 by teams. Teams, I would say three really good teams. Um, the Lions, Jaguars, 49ers on by this week. I don't have
Yep,
McCaffrey.
you're gonna lose. There's no McCaffrey. No, you got no McCaffrey. You're losing
Not to
this week.
Nas. Shout out to Nas, last year's champion. And the Broncos with a surprise win, and they go on to the bye for this week. And we also have a game in Germany. Guten Tag, bitches. You know
No
what
clue what
that
that
means,
means.
right?
No clue.
Good
No.
morning, bitches, in German. I learned that when I was like around 10 years old. My uncle was a serviceman in Germany in the army. He was a general or something. Shout out to all the vets next Friday.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We got a couple good
So
games this week too, man.
Oh,
I'm
no,
looking at the
yeah.
schedule.
But
There's
D,
four that
let's
jump
start
right
off.
out.
Let's start off with this Dolphins Chiefs game.
All right,
What do you
so
think?
What's for breakfast, D? What's for breakfast?
I'm right now. I'm man. I don't know what I'm gonna make. I'm trying to. I really don't eat like in the morning that early, but I'm normally sleeping until like 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Don't
But
know
now I got to
how.
get up early. But listen, it is what it is, right? Miami, we got the victory last week against the Patriots, right? Which we should have. Um, did they play 100%? No, but the Dolphins are not 100%, so I'm gonna be okay with that, right? But at the end of the day, the test of what everyone's saying and is we don't show up when it's time to play top teams, right? I get it. It's not. It was supposed to be in Kansas City. It's overseas. But listen, if you go to the Super Bowl, it's in a neutral ground anyway. So you gotta just go out there and you gotta show up. Like finally, we're getting some pieces back. We're getting a little healthy. The addition of Ramsey, who came back last week, showed. I was nervous that he came back. I didn't want him to come back so early. Like I get it. You want to everybody wants to be that person. Like, oh, I got this surgery and I came back earlier. Like that Adrian Peterson who tore his ACL, MCL, whatever it was, and came back in a certain amount of time. And everybody's trying to do that. So Miami was in a good spot at 5-2, and I'm like, bro, like I don't think it's that necessary for you to do it. I get it. We were like a short X as well, but he's too important to the team. I think for the long haul, but he showed up. And if you look at the stat, I get it. We went up against Mac Jones, but he showed up. And if you look at the stats of Mac Jones, he did not throw to that left side of the field, and that's where Ramsey was.
Oh, he did it once.
The one time he did, Ramsey baited him to throw the ball, which was great. So we get it. The Patriots don't have a great offense, but our defense is, to me, looking better and better every week. I was one of my big concerns. Now you're going up against a team whose offense isn't as great as it normally is, but it's still the Kansas City Chiefs, right?
It is the Chiefs.
So we get it. Patrick Mahomes had a cold last week, or he was sick or something.
No excuses, man.
At the end of the day, it is Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. So if you can control those two and can contain them, which is pretty much impossible to do. And our pieces that we're getting back, I'm hearing Xavier Howard's coming back. Needham's looking great. Teron Armstead is practicing, but I think he's like a game time. I think they're going to sit down our guard, Robert Hunt, which I get. Give him 2 more weeks to bring. Our offensive line is in shambles, and how we didn't go out and try to get a piece to add on to the offensive line is mind-boggling to me. I get it. You want to get these pieces back, but it'd be great if Miami can get out of this week and go 7-2 into the bye with all their injuries that we had. And if after this week we have a bye after that, and then we can get Chain back. All these extra pieces, you give more time to Armstead, Hunt, Connor Williams, bro. You get these pieces together. I can see why they didn't make the moves to try to get extra pieces because we got everyone coming back from injury. But listen, you got to show up. The two, I get it. Like people always say, "Oh, Miami, they only beat against the good teams, right? The whack teams in the NFL." Which is true. We haven't played well against the top teams, which is Buffalo and and Philly. But if you look at it, Philly lost to the Jets. The Jets aren't that good of a team. Kansas City lost to Denver. We beat them 70-20. You know what I mean? So a football team is a football team. You go out there and you play.
Well, that's what I was saying. You play. I don't like the schedule. The schedule is hard as hell to win games in the NFL. I'm not apologizing because we started the season against the Jets and the Giants and our defense looked dominated. Like it's hard as hell to win in the league.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the game. It sucks because it's 9:30. You don't like if we lose, it's gonna ruin not ruin the whole day because my kids make me live up and all that, but it'll fuck it up in the morning. And like damn, like what the fuck we should have had them. Like the Eagles like messed me up. I couldn't go to sleep.
Should have scored. Threw like 4 touchdowns. That's how I would.
So Tua needs to step up his game as well. But listen, at the end of the day, we're playing good football. 6-2, I'll take it. And if you can go into this game,
you know what's one thing I like? I like that they got there early, 3 days.
Yeah.
They left Monday, right?
Yeah, they got there Monday.
Chiefs left. Kansas City left yesterday.
Yeah.
Give them.
And I'm hoping one thing. I hope Taylor Swift don't show up because
I think
for some reason it's like she don't go to the games and all of a sudden they the team sucks.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't go by none of that. But listen, Miami, just show up this week. You do what you got to do. Run the ball. Try, right? If you can't, you can't. But pass the ball. Our offense is pretty much unstoppable. We all know that. We lead the league in rushing yards per game. I mean, total offense. And KC's defense is pretty good. I think they are the only team in the NFL that allows less than 300 yards a game on defense.
I think Cleveland is there too.
But I think they're number one though. So listen, now's your competition: top offense, top defense. See what you can do. And I have a good feeling about this game, though. I really do.
Yeah, my concern with the Chiefs is the way Mahomes played. He was off this week. He was off last week. I mean, to me, Mike, you have him as your fantasy quarterback.
Yeah, listen, it was just. I mean, I guess the Denver Broncos defense, especially this season, is a bad matchup for them. I guess. I'm not trying to talk about fantasy. I just got to the third quarter, right, and I was just trying to stay. Because I had Devontae Adams on Monday night before knowing what the hell that disaster was.
Yeah.
But I was just like, dude, at this point, just give me a touchdown pass and just give me like 12, 13 points so I can stay by your brother. Adams probably give me 14 is doable instead of trying to give me 24. But I watched that game. I was watching the Niners game and the Bengals game on TV, and I had the other one on my laptop. That they couldn't do anything. Like anything at all. And I just felt like when they would do stuff, it would be like check downs to like McKinnon, 5 yard routes to Kelsey and stuff, and Marcus Scantling Vasquez or Valdez, whatever. He's like another Michael Gallup. When there's a defender by him, he can't catch for the life of him.
Yeah.
So I mean, listen, I hope it's a shootout. You know what I mean? But when we expect like two high-powered offenses, it turns out to be the complete opposite. I'm interested.
He just looked off. I don't know if he was sick. The Chiefs didn't let out that much of what was going on with him this week. He was something wrong with him.
I'm interested to see if Miami puts if Ramsey and Kelsey matches up with Kelsey throughout the game.
We'll see.
That might happen. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a good matchup, and I'm excited about it. I'm nervous, but not as nervous as I think Miami can beat them. Like, I'm not impressed with their.
No, I think so too. I think so too.
If Miami can control the run game, let Kelsey do what he's going to do, and then just to stop everyone else, I think we'll be okay.
The Chiefs haven't been that impressive this season, so I think they have the opportunity to, if they start off early. It's a huge chance.
But they have had some games where they have stepped up and showed up. But it's football, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's football.
Yeah.
But I'll take it.
Mike, we're gonna go different this week. We're gonna go team by team game this week. So instead of our teams, we're just gonna go down the list of the games this week.
No, you hate, bro. You don't want to talk about the Cowboy game.
No, when you get to your Cowboys, you can speak up a little bit more. The Vikings are going against the Falcons this week. What do you guys think?
I mean, Minnesota. I mean, losing Kirk Cousins.
That was big.
They had it all. They had it like all right there in front of them with the schedule that they have. It's a favorable schedule. To probably get one of these wild card spots. and they just completely. I mean, not they didn't. I mean, it's unfortunate, right? It's not to their wrongdoings, but that's going to be a big loss. I don't know how they recover from that one. They already got Justin Jefferson's, I think, out another 2-3 weeks. I think.
Yeah.
And then
but he kind of forced them to make that trade for Dobbs. Well, I don't know if he wanted Dobbs because he said, supposedly from what I read, he sat there and said that if they don't push for a starting quarterback, no, I don't want no BS bullshit quarterback. And if they don't push for it, then I don't see any rush for me to come back from this injury. So I think that's why it's not impressive what they did.
And then Atlanta's finally made the move. They're going. They benching.
Finally. Jesus Christ.
I don't know how, the dude maybe had just one good game. You know what I mean? And what you're expecting more, you have the offense, and I think the defense as well to go ahead and make a wish.
Yeah, but they did lose a big piece on that defense.
Oh yeah, Gary.
Yeah, I think he tore his ACL.
Yeah,
was it
exactly,
ACL?
yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a big game. I mean, Atlanta's 4-4. They're tied with the Saints. That division is going to be up for grabs all the way into week 18.
I think with Heineke, I think they'll pull that.
I agree. I think it's going to be a better offensive round.
So, we'll see what Minnesota got. I mean, like I said, Cousins' injury is big because they had it all in front of them to make the.
And to me, I don't. Cousins is a big deal, but this guy I think is more important. Jefferson, hopefully he'll be back soon, and.
That division is there. If they can win this week, and I get it, Detroit's got and they got an easier schedule than everyone, but it's there, and the NFC is weak. You know what I mean? Not the top team. The top teams are strong, but the NFC is weak to where they 4-4, they could be in the 9 games, 8 games. You're in the playoffs.
Minnesota wins this week. They're a game and a half technically behind Detroit, and they have to play Detroit twice. So they're right. They'll be there if they win, but. I don't know. They overcame the Jefferson injury, right? They're 3-0 since he went
Addison
down.
has stepped up big time.
And
Addison.
I just don't. And say what you want to say about Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins, prior up to his injury, I think he was playing the best ball of his career.
Yeah, but it just sucks to see that, man.
It does. We'll see. We'll see what Hobbs can do. We'll see what he can do.
Well, he's not starting. They're going with the rookie.
Oh, they're going with the rookie.
And I was hearing they were going to bench him in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
He did get benched. He got benched on Monday. He got benched on Monday, and then they traded him on Tuesday.
I don't get it. But I think Atlanta steps up. I think Heineke is such a good. I think he's a good backup. So I'll take that. And we can also let's Danny, before you go to the next game, let's talk about yesterday's game where we don't have to go too much into it, but I think Tennessee found their quarterback, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
He looks decent enough to
but I question why does it take so long? Why are you giving these other guys chances? It makes us believe, because we spoke about it before, are the backups so bad in practice that you don't want to give them a shot?
I'm with you,
damn
Danny.
loyal.
With the Tennessee, to your point, the Tennessee situation is what I'm going. Danny's hitting on too, because they were sold on bringing Tannehill back during the offseason. So if you're not sold on Tannehill already, it's like what Danny said. Why wait? Because prior to him getting hurt in London, he wasn't playing good at all.
Yeah, but where they screwed up now is if you would have started Will Levis like a week or two before, you would have seen his progression. It's like, okay, listen, he's got it. So now the trade deadline comes. Hey, let's try to get something like a 4th, 5th round pick. It's better than nothing because you're going to lose them for nothing.
Yeah.
Minnesota probably would have been
somebody. The Jets.
Yeah.
Somebody would have gone after.
I get it. He's injured, but it's an ankle. He's gonna come back.
Yeah.
So, but
one thing that impressed me yesterday, in these past 2 weeks, his arm strength. Very impressed with his arm strength. He showed it in college. Yeah,
it might be the mayonnaise
in Kentucky.
The mayonnaise in the coffee.
It might be the mayonnaise. Might have like some testosterone in it from the milk.
He eats another.
I gotta go back to the mayonnaise.
He eats another weird.
I stopped eating mayonnaise.
He
noticed I got heavier.
But let's go after that. Let's just get rid of that game because Pickett looks terrible. He throws dimes here and there, but he looks terrible. Najee Harris to me is not that good. Their defense is what's keeping them in this league.
George Pickett
and the coach.
George Pickett tweeted out today that to free me. I don't think he's happy there. I think he had negative 1 yard or whatever.
Yeah, he probably don't like the quarterback, but 5-3. Listen, you can't complain.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't complain at all. Can't complain. Cardinals Browns.
Watson's back
again with
Is he
Cardinals, Browns.
really? He said that against the Colts,
no, he's
and I
starting.
lost because of that.
I would,
Discount.
start. Yeah, I mean,
I heard
Watson's
he's
back.
not going to be ready for this week. Though. I heard he's not
Who?
gonna be ready for this week. Hopkins.
No,
Not Hopkins.
Watson. No, he said he's starting.
Watson.
No, he's
Watson.
starting. They announced it. Right?
Yeah.
I got
He's
the
starting.
alert
They
that
did,
he's
okay.
starting.
The
He's
one
starting.
who's not starting is
Kyler Murray.
Murray.
Yeah, I
Not
thought
Why
ready
would
yet.
you? I wouldn't.
You know?
Even if he's
No, of
okay to
course
come
not.
back, not against this
You
defense.
invested over $200 million on that quarterback. Give him as much time to recover.
Yes.
You know, get a lower
They're
draft
1-7.
pick. Maybe even be able to get Marvin Harrison Jr. You never know. Situation there.
Imagine
We'll see
coming
about
back and you
them.
say, "Who's my first map competition?" You got Myles Garrett coming to kill me now.
Yeah.
Let me get
Nah, you don't
another
want that.
week off.
You
And then
don't
I'll
They
want
be
got
all
that.
right.
Atlanta. They got Atlanta. They got
Yeah.
Atlanta next week. So I think that's easier.
Yes, I'd
Maybe,
rather him
maybe.
go there.
But listen,
Yeah.
Cleveland's defense is serious. Like Seattle
You know,
jumped on.
it's
Seattle
it's
jumped out
serious.
on
It
them
was serious against the
17-7.
Niners, but against the Colts, it wasn't
Well,
that
yeah,
serious.
but they
you allow
shut-
that many points, man. That's
But that's
not a
17.
good sign of a.
Seattle jumped on them 17-7, but from the end,
Yeah.
from the start of the second quarter, pretty much to the last drive when Geno Smith led them 50 yards or 55 yards or whatever it was, they did. Seattle, Geno Smith had 200 yards passing going into that last drive.
Yeah.
And they even with PJ Walker, they were still in the game. I just feel like they don't have a second receiver. I mean, Elijah Moore did have a good game last week, but he's so inconsistent sometimes. And getting Watson back, I mean, he's gonna have to use his legs and stuff
It should
like
be
that.
a win for the Browns.
Cleveland
It
can't
should
lose this
be a
game.
win for the
One because I
Browns.
picked them in Survivor.
Yeah.
Easy. It should be an easy.
But they
win
should
for
be
them.
around, stay 5-3, stay on top of
It
that
should,
division.
it should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they
Next
got
game,
they got
Rams Packers.
His name is what's his name?
Rams Packers. You said
This game is.
Rams,
I mean,
Packers,
Stafford
yes.
doesn't play. I mean, this game is.
that's where I think that's where it leads up to. I think the spread for 3 points, if it's real low, so I think it's because Stafford's game time, right? If Stafford plays, I think that they're how
Yeah,
are
he's
the
game time.
Packers -3? So I don't. To me, it doesn't look like he's playing.
Yeah.
So, but bro,
I don't think he's gonna
Jordan
play
Love
either.
sucks. Jordan Love is terrible.
It's funny. I think like we have the same conversation like that with Zach Wilson. It's which week is it? Is he good or is he not good? You know, to me, I don't see him as I see him as an average quarterback. I see him as someone.
I agree.
You know, you give him a couple, but his weapons are also young. Watson is young.
But they're good
Dobbs
though.
is young. You know. Yeah, but
Like
it's, you know,
how is Aaron Jones not involved in this offense?
well, I'm hoping AJ Dillon is involved this week. At least one touchdown. You know, they should
but that's the thing,
go to the
they're
run
not
game.
featured. I would think.
You know?
Yes, I was just going to say that. I'm surprised that they don't like. That's not a number one option for them. I know Aaron Jones has been banged up, but they're still not using him since he's been back 2 weeks, so he's still not using him. And AJ Dillon just been the way they use him is inconsistent as well too. But at the end of the day,
they're passing them the ball though. They're passing them the ball. I say go with your running game.
I guess the
action.
Packers only do good against Chicago.
You got weapons. You know, you got young weapons. You know, maybe this ain't the year. Maybe next year there'll be a lot. I think they'll be a lot better. Maybe next year. It's still the first year.
Rams need this game more than.
But that injury to
Rams
their running back, Williams, that sucks. That hurt them.
Yeah, that hurt.
No,
He
it
was-
did.
he was tough.
Henderson.
Yeah.
Henderson. The past 2 weeks, even against Dallas on Sunday, I mean, he was probably like their lone bright spot on the offensive side of the ball. But his loss, Williams' loss, was big, and then now possibly not having Stafford. This game is one of the games that we just skip on Sundays, right? We just check in to see the score. Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
You know,
And hopefully see Puka do
Puka
something this week. Puka in the coup. Patriots Commanders.
We got to talk about that one too.
there's some
really,
bad
you know
there's
what I
some
mean?
bad
That's
quarterback
a bad game.
matchups. There's some bad quarterback matchups.
The Patriots and the Commanders. I think
Listen.
the Commanders just pretty much gave up on their season, right?
Yeah,
they can skate.
They ain't sent nobody on the offensive side, but getting rid of those two pieces on the defensive side is not gonna be.
Jonathan
great for them.
Allen. Jonathan Allen must be pissed off.
And we can talk about those trades in a few, but let's just say that
Yeah, we'll talk about it. But the
Commanders are a
is
dumpster fire right now. They're getting ready to do it.
And they're coming off their best offensive game. Sam Howard had a hell of a game last. I mean,
I don't know. It's just something about when they play the Eagles, they got their numbers.
Yeah, they just play.
That's what it is.
But
and Sam Howell shows flashes. Yeah, is he going to be the quarterback next year? No. He shows flashes.
I don't think
so.
But
I don't get it in the league. You get a quarterback who shows flashes. Does it not mean he should be your starting quarterback? The following season. You got to give whoever else is a chance to compete, because we look at it. I'm not even going to go there because that game sucks. Like you said, I'm not even bothered.
No, listen, I can see Howard coming off a good game. Going to New England, Bill Belichick is still Bill Belichick. You can see this game being an ugly game. Sam Howard struggling, and Washington, who again, like Dee said, the NFC is weak. They're one game behind the last wild card spot. So
yeah, so I think the Commanders are probably. I think the Patriots are a better team than the Commanders right now. They just gave up on the season. I think next year you'll see that they're gonna try to lose as many games as they can. New coach, everything, maybe new GM coming in. Riverboat Ron is gone.
Yeah,
so we can go about that game.
Yeah,
too.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah, they might keep the enemy just because they see a little hope in Howell. And they'll say, "Oh, he's the one who actually." So how they do sometimes. Your offensive coordinator, does well with your quarterback. That he gets the starting coaching gig. I wish him the best, though. Because I felt he never got his credit in Kansas City. So maybe
that's why he went to Washington to show he got it.
Yeah,
but it's not really showing much. But
no, Bears Saints.
We got to talk about that game too.
Yeah, we don't have the two guys who.
Okay, so we can finally sit here and say, right? Finally, the Saints went downfield, right? How long did it take?
To who, Danny? To who? The same guy, not allowed.
To Shaheed.
But finally, they went down.
Yeah, they're throwing the ball.
Jesus Christ, just throw the ball downfield. And the Bears, they might. There's some dumb organizations. They might be number 2 or number 1 on this list right now. And we can discuss it in a few with the trade they made, because I have some pins and points that I want to do about this trade to me, which makes no sense at all, right? I get it. You want to get better, but 2-6, you're not going to go anywhere. But we'll discuss that more. I think the Bears going into New Orleans, I don't think Fields is playing Baggett or Bagnet or Agent B as whatever.
Yeah.
PG call them. Listen, he's not it. I guess you were trying to find like lightning in a bottle, but he's not it, man. I'm sorry to say. The running game is okay. Like to have a performance like that, I get their offense is not that good, but to have a performance like that against the Chargers who can't stop a cold.
Yeah.
Like that, it just
You got Chicago. You got Chicago who got their defensive coordinator quit earlier because the FBI was at his house. And this week, the running backs coach got fired because he acting like a baby.
And the one guy who should be fired, who should have been fired, the head coach is still there. Yeah, LaFleur. Yeah, Flabbergas, whatever his name is.
I just don't understand that organization is going down.
I can see him. I can see going into week 18 and saying prior to that game, they'll tell him that he's out. Yeah. Like there's no way he can come back. There's not. Chicago right now, they just look lost. It's kind of similar. They're like the NFC version of like what Oakland was with Josh McDaniels, right? Like I don't think I think the players week in and week out, every time it gets like the more deep into the season we get, I feel like they're losing interest of playing for this guy. And then for the Saints, listen, that's the same thing. 4-4, they actually went down the field to the same guy. Olave can't catch a pass. He would have scored in that play.
Poor guy.
And just keep on giving it to Kamara.
He'll get there. He'll get there. He's talented enough. That guy.
No, he will. They definitely will.
Young wide receiver.
Saints came forward. The Saints should win this game, but I don't know.
I just think the Saints underperform. I don't think they they perform like the team.
I
Yeah,
agree.
they've been
They underperform a lot, and it's
I
who
agree.
knows. I'm not even gonna say it's a sneaky game like I did with the Texans Jaguars
No,
earlier
I
this season.
think
I'm not
this.
gonna
I
say
think
that.
they should
I'm not
win
gonna
this
say that
game.
they should win
They
this
should win this
game,
game easily.
but the Chiefs should have won that game last week
You're
against
right.
Denver
You're
anyway.
right.
So
Yeah, you're
you
right.
never know. Next game, Ravens Seahawks.
That's a good one.
It's a good
That's
one.
a good one.
Yeah.
You're talking about. I think, to me personally, I in episode 1, if you guys remember, I took the Ravens to go to the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
The injury to Dobbins is going to hurt them, but to me right now, they're the best team in the AFC. By far, hands down. They could easily be 8-0. They should have never lost to Pittsburgh. Like, it was just a
They just dropped cat. That was
it was
them.
terrible.
They dropped so many passes that
So
game.
to me, that defense is legit. Now, like we said before, it took them a while. Their offense didn't look as good. They had a new offensive coordinator. Now it's coming up to par where it's supposed to be. Andrews is finally showing up. The receivers are still not up there yet where they should be, but I think as time goes, they'll get better. The running game, to me, I guess I get it. You're happy with Gus and
He had a good game.
Gus and the other
Justice
guy,
Hill.
40, whatever. I can't
Justice
think of his name. Hill.
Justice
I guess
Hill.
you get it. You're happy with them, and plus you got to add Lamar Jackson into that running game as well. But you should. I don't know if they should have called like the Giants maybe.
Tennessee.
Somebody, even like the Colts, Zach Moss, somebody, just an extra piece for that running game.
Yeah.
That Dobbins injury can hurt them, but that's going to be a good game. And Seattle's defense, it's good. It's going to be good.
And Geno Smith, same thing. I look at Geno Smith and I'm like, this guy's a bum in the league. And what the guy, let me tell you, in that system, he performs like a top 10 quarterback. He even though he has the weapons to do so, he has 2 good running backs. He has 3 talented wide receivers. This guy came back, DK's back. Jackson Smith and Jigba, his past couple games, got in the end zone. Yeah, he's starting to.
They still got the little dude Lockett.
Yeah. So
they have talent.
But he gets them the ball.
Yeah.
So that's impressive. Because you see a lot of these quarterbacks, they just want to dink and dunk. You know what I mean? Or just
the difference,
throw it away. And with that's why he's not afraid to just rip it and sling it to DK, to Tyler. Now to Njigba. Even his running backs get the ball, out of the backfield. So I'm very impressed with Geno Smith.
What's changed for me, my opinion, what's changed so much about him is the fact that he actually learned from his mistakes, right? Like the type of game on Sunday, right? The type of game on Sunday. I finished something when we talked about Cleveland, right? Like Cleveland struck them down from the second quarter all the way pretty much until they got the ball after that interception that led to that game and drive. The old Geno Smith, I think, would have been frustrated, and maybe he was, but he would be frustrated when the cameras were turning to him when he was in the Jets. You can just see that he will be out of it in the bench and stuff like that. When they show him on the sideline now too, he's talking to his receivers. You watch Inside the NFL, he's over here telling the rookie Bobo or whatever his name is, I need you. I'm gonna come back to you.
Yeah.
I think that's where he's changing. That's the difference maker. Because if it's not, then I don't think Seattle is what they're at. I think it is led by Geno Smith. But listen, the NFC is weak. They are a top 5 team in the NFC right now. It's hard to say.
Listen 5-2 with the 3-game losing streak of the 49ers. They're in first place in the NFC West. And they made a move. They picked up. Didn't they get Clark first?
Leonard Williams.
They got Frank Clark, and then they just added Leonard Williams. A second-round pick. I don't know what Seattle does when they make their trades. I don't understand how you give him a second-round pick. At all, because at the end of the year he's a free agent.
Yeah, he's gone.
I think they're playing. To give up a second.
Depending on how he plays,
but he's not going to make what he makes. I think, and the thing is, I think the Giants are paying most of the contract.
Yeah, they are.
So it is what it is. But
to give up a second round pick, I think when a team gives up a second round pick at the trade deadline, I think they have all the intentions. Yeah. Just like Chicago with Sweat.
Well, we'll talk about that in a few because that doesn't make any sense. But they are playing better defense. And they are adding pieces. So that's going to be a real tough game. But I got Baltimore, man. Baltimore, to me, is the toughest team in the AFC. Toughest team in the AFC.
Next game, Colts Panthers. Would have been better if Anthony Richardson was still
In
playing.
there, you see the rookies playing.
You see the rookie quarterbacks, slinging it.
But I like Gardner. Gardner still throws the ball.
Yeah,
listen, you got to involve. They got to involve Taylor more. Like I get it.
I think
back.
You don't think he has been involved? I think he has
more than what he was in the beginning. But it was at one point he had 90-something yards, and then that's all they stopped giving him the ball.
Yeah,
like continue to run the. He should be at least
the ball. Yeah.
He's too young to be getting 15 carries a game. At the end of the day, he's the number one workhorse. Give him at least 20 to 25. Zach Moss, I understand you did this and that. You did your job when he was out, right? So give Zach Moss his 10 to 12 and call it a day. There's no reason for him to be getting 13 carries for 92 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So if you involve him more because the passing,
and with like you said, Zach Moss, you got Taylor and Moss. Run the ball. Your quarterback is not you have Pittman, which isn't bad, who isn't bad, in my opinion. But you got the running backs, man. You got the two workhorses. Give them the ball.
I agree.
Like I said, I guess that's why we're not in a
Carolina. It's just they just don't look good. So
Carolina.
I'll stick with the Colts getting another W. That's why I took them this week with a 2.5.
I got you.
You go next.
Yeah, and the next game, Giants Raiders.
We gotta talk about that one too. Is Daniel Jones finally coming back?
They said he's coming back this week, but that's because DeVito looked bad.
Oh my God, that was terrible. That game was a disaster.
I still think.
Danny, you want some stats? 23.
No, I don't want no stats.
23
no stats.
23 punts. 23 punts for 1,070. That game was beautiful.
And that game, we should have won. Oh golly,
it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy how the turmoil that Oakland had after Monday, right? Firing Josh McDaniels, firing the GM, and they're still favored. That's how much Vegas. How much Vegas thinks the Giants suck. I'm not. It's not even me. It's Vegas, right? Plus, it was +3, but now it's +1.5. So it's closing. It's closing. But that's how much. That shows how much Vegas sucks. Listen, Giants. To me, they should win this game. They got Daniel Jones back. I think Andrew Thomas is a game time decision. I think.
Yeah.
So listen, I think he'll play. So I think having Daniel Jones back.
That's a good stat to tell me because I did not know about the Andrew Thomas.
I think I think I seen he was game time. I think they should.
We definitely need.
And the Giants defense the past 3 weeks against they
played very well.
They've been playing lights out. You know what I mean?
No, Thibodeau has been playing a lot better since
it's just that they can't. Just the offense. The offense just took a step back. I mean, the defense came off the gate slow, but
and Saquon's still doing his thing. You can't blame Saquon over there.
He had a great game against the Jets, one of the top defenses. But what a terrible way to lose! Terrible way to lose. Though.
Yeah, very terrible.
Missed field goal. I don't blame the coach or anything. You go for the field goal. The Giants haven't moved the ball. You make him score a touchdown. You miss a 35-yard. It's on the thing. That might be rigged to where you want to make Aaron Rodgers come back. And the Jets have been getting lucky all year. It's like the third game where they should have lost and they didn't lose. But it is what it is. We can talk about the rig. We can make an episode on just NFL being rigged one day.
And Raiders are just they're done this season. They don't want
They did that fine. Because of that name you just said. That's why my man McDaniels. Well, he sucks anyway, but that's the main reason why he got fired.
Yeah, that guy. You know what I mean? He got his name. Because he was assistant coach for
the Patriots
for this guy in New England. And come on, these New England the best assistant coach out of New England out of this guy Belichick's crew. Has been Vrabel. Besides that, everybody else been bad.
Isn't that how that's usually what happens, right? That's usually what happens.
But you knew that the defense is going to be bad, and even though they got Max Crosby, that defense is bad.
Oh, he's getting so wasted. He's getting his. I feel bad for that guy. He is great.
But the weapons you have on offense, with Jacobs. Myers and Devon and this guy, wide receiver. Yeah, Adams and Mayer, the tight
Mm.
end, young and talented, not as good as Laporta, but you know, talent. It's a talented team. And Jimmy
It
G,
is. It is.
he got benched. He's getting benched this week,
Yo,
which is
Javante,
crazy. Yeah,
No, yeah, he is that. He's getting benched.
it's,
Listen, it's gonna be a disaster, bro. They're getting rid of
yeah,
everybody. They're gonna try to do whatever. And I think I'm telling you,
mm,
what's going on with Michigan, which is insane, right?
yeah,
I don't even know what to say about that, right? But what's going on there? I don't see John Harbaugh coming back. I see him
no.
next year coaching in the NFL, and the two teams I see is the Raiders or the Bears, because the Bears are going to need some because he's not going to stay there.
Well, you just turn like Paulo now. What's going
No,
on,
no,
man?
because he like
Yeah,
Paulo said it. He used to play there. So, but the Raiders are a disaster, man.
yeah,
Disaster. And we all know when the offseason comes, Devontae, you're gonna get asked for your
yeah.
trade and go play with your buddy. We all get it. And the Jets supposedly called already in the trade deadline to try to see what it would take.
yeah.
Guess the steep was too high. But it's just two organizations that were supposed to go up and they're going back down. So
Listen, this game, like I said, Giants should win this game. I won't be, but the Oakland's going to come. Antonio Pierce is going to have that team ready to play. They sound like they're ready to play for this guy. So we'll see.
yeah. Next game, Brett, man.
Just give
Uh,
Devontae Adams the ball 50
Next
times.
game is my good friend Mike's Cowboys against the
Uh,
Eagles.
what you want me to say?
Big game, big matchup.
It is a big game.
It's a great game. It's a great game.
It's a big game.
Yeah.
It's listen. At the end of the day, we know what
It's
Philly
not the
is,
game of the week,
right?
but
No, I mean, yeah, Giants. I mean, it's Dolphins, Chiefs.
Giants,
But
Giants, Raiders. Oh,
no, no.
no.
Listen, I don't know. Like, our I'm interested to see our defense against the Eagles, and I don't know. Listen, right? Big game. So it's always a spotlight, but it's who's going to be under the microscope? Dak Prescott, right? He had a hell of a game on Sunday. They featured CD Lamb. Brandon Cooks, ever since I talked crap about him, has sold up.
They heard our podcast and heard you.
And he heard up. He must have. And they
Yeah.
did not even feature. I think they threw the Gallup twice. You know what I mean? Listen, our run game. If we can run the ball, I think if we can run the ball, which we haven't been lately, I think it's gonna be huge in this game because
You haven't done it all year.
Well, we haven't, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's some way, somehow, you're gonna have to find a way to get it. I don't care if Pollard has 20 carries for 90 yards. Like, you need to because if Dak's staying back there, I mean, it's not the recipe. That's not the recipe that you want going into. That's not the recipe you want to go into the Eagles game. But I just want them. I just want to just make it close. Don't get blown out again, man. Can we win? I think we could. We play Philly.
Yeah.
We play Philly good. Like, we play Philly good. The AJ Brown is going out. He's just playing out his mind right now. He's probably the second best receiver this year in football behind Tyreek Hill. I'm interested to see how we play him. I feel like they're going to feature. I feel like they're going to try to feature DeAndre Swift a lot. But it's a big game. Listen, we win.
Yeah.
We're 6-2. They're 7-2, and technically they'll be at half a game because they got that 7th win. But we got that head-to-head tiebreaker. So I mean, we. Have to play one more time,
I think Pollard needs split the carries. He shouldn't be the featured back.
He can't be.
It
It was supposed to be his
not.
show, but he can't. He
I don't
can't be
think.
his show
No,
guy.
I mentioned that to you guys. Like, I feel like listen, I like Pollard, but I just feel like
yeah.
I feel like having him is not coming off the bench, right? But having him change the speed of the game when he comes after having a physical red man like Zeke. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen. I'm not going to throw arms and fits about not getting Derrick Henry and stuff like that. But it's just like, but like, why? Like, Jerry Jones says that we're good. No, are we really? Like, I know we're 5-2, but the one big test that we had, you got the brake speed off you. You know what I mean? And I feel like if you get a running back capable of Derrick Henry, you know what I mean? Like, I think it would have been huge for us because he whole pound.
For every
Can you
team.
imagine? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it because of the Cowboys. Can you imagine Derrick Henry 22 times a game, you're beating the crap out of the defensive front seven. Then you bring in a change of pace guy like Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Listen, at the end of the day, is the spotlight's on Dak, of course, and I want to see how our defense plays.
Yeah,
I want to see how our defense plays, but I'm looking forward to it. We'll see.
It's a big game.
It should be a big game.
Another big game.
Another big game. The second game of the week, in my opinion, the Bills-Bengals this week. You know,
listen, man, the Bengals, the NFL should have chopped their heads off when they were down. You gave Burrow a little breathing room, and now, bro, what he did to the 49ers, I get it, the 49ers have a little trouble on the cornerback spot, but the way he moved in that pocket and the way he diced them up, bro, he's back. And to me, the Bills have been struggling, and I think the Bengals keep going, man. I think the Bengals beat them, and they already have their number for the past 2 years, so I think the Bengals keep going. I like the Bengals in this matchup
28 for 32, and I think he started the game 19 for 19. Like, that was crazy. Like, you know, and their defense when their defense gets going, they're not dominant, but they're pretty good themselves.
Yeah, they're an above average defense.
Yeah, Joe Burrow,
they can control a game. Maybe not dominate the game, but they can control the game.
Yeah, they control.
And allow Joe Cool to go do his thing with Jamar Chase.
I call him Joey.
Combination.
I think they said going into the 49ers game that he was 100%. He sure looked like it. And if he is 100%, and this is what they look like, then they're 4-3. But I know they're we got Miami, Kansas City, Jacksonville, and Baltimore all 6-2. I'm not saying that people are counting them out, but they win this game, they're going to be right. You can put them right next to Miami,
and they have
and Kansas City in them. You know.
And this week we got a great thing. We got a 9:30 start, right? We got Miami,
all the good games. Right? I know you're going with that.
Miami and the Chiefs at 6-2 each. Then you got a 1:00 game of Seahawks at the Ravens. Mm-hmm. Then you go to the 4:00 games, which was the Cowboys and the Eagles, and then you ended up with a great game at night with the Bills and the Bengals.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah. So every window there's a game of the week. Well, but for Buffalo. Listen, this is a game. This is the type of game that they better not come off. They better not come out starting slow. Because if Joe Burrow is coming off, if Joe Burrow starts where he left off at San Francisco, this game might not be close.
Yeah, but they did get that trade, and they needed that. They needed a corner. It's not Davius White, but
I mean that was Butler.
Out, so, Rashul Douglas is
Douglas. So I'm thinking basketball.
That was a good pickup for them. And we get.
But you're saying great. You're saying great games, and the last great game is the Chargers Jets.
No, it's not.
It could be great.
It's a big game. It's a big game
for both teams. Listen, whoever loses, you pretty much shit out of luck. The Jets are getting lucky, man.
They are getting lucky.
Calling me back to the rigness of football, but that defense is so lucky with shit, man. So lucky how they and I'm still not impressed with Zach Wilson, but it is what it is. But for the Chargers, like I get it, the Jets have a top defense. The Chargers to be like favored by 3.5 in New York.
Yeah, I was surprised by. I'm shocked by that line.
I'm guessing it's because
it's Zach Wilson.
Yeah, the Chargers don't have no good defense. They're terrible defensively. And you're still favored 3.5. So that means if they were playing in LA, the Jets would be the underdog by 8.5, 9 points.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around what they said Monday on Get Up, right? Like Dan Orlovsky saying that Zach Wilson had his best game.
He just said like,
listen,
man.
Listen, I know you was a backup quarterback.
F you, Dan Orlovsky.
Oh shit!
Oh man,
you're here live.
What you
live on?
Listen, man.
I don't know.
That's talking about a guy who's known for running out of the end zone for a safety.
I don't even think he believed what came out of his mouth. What we like? Listen, we're not backup quarterbacks. We never played in the league, but we sure as hell watch this shit. And we right. He did everything possible to lose that game. They did nothing offensively. That the one big play was all Breece Hall. That 50-yard, it was a 2-yard pass that Breece Hall turned into a 50-yard touchdown.
50. Which he does every week, I think. That's what it looks like.
It felt like every time I had that game on the TV because the Dolphins and Cowboys were playing at the same time, right? So I had my nephew watching the Dolphins, so I was watching the Cowboys on the laptop. So I had the Jets game on the TV, right? It felt like every time I looked up, he was getting sacked. He was getting sacked, rolling out, throwing the ball. Like just because you made that the last drive. The two plays to kick the field goal to send to overtime. One of the plays was a pass interference by the Giants.
And that the offsides by Thibodeau, if you look at it, the replay is saying that he wasn't really offside. So I mean about the rigness with the NFL. Though Aaron Rodgers goes, oh, he's coming back. Oh my God. So whatever. But there's a big game for both.
Listen, you win. You get a win anyway. You win. Yeah. But it's
to say that
Zach Wilson is. And that's exactly why they're free.
Yeah, I think Dan Orlovsky just says shit to just want attention for it and get results like that. It says some dumb shit.
Before we get done with football, I want to talk about what you guys think of the trading deadline. The worst traded, of all sports.
Yeah, but we had some trades, right?
Yeah, moves.
So we had some trades.
The two best trades to me, right? Yeah. All the whole trade deadline, right?
Yeah.
Is Chase Young to the Niners, because if he can play at any way, shape, or form how he was a year and a half ago, he's not having a bad year this year, right? I get it. You're hurt on the outside of the corners, but if you got rushers dominating going in, then you don't have to worry about
the reason why they made the move.
But they still did try to make a move for a corner, from what I'm hearing, that didn't go through.
Yeah, the Giants, dumbasses.
We don't want to give up a Dory Jackson. What's your problem, man?
What you mean? You guys it was. I read that it was done. They forgot to send it in.
The reason why they forgot to send it in. I called them up and told them, "Don't trade Dory Jackson, you sons of bitches." That's exactly what I said.
But the second best
trade. Sometimes you gotta call the teams, man.
The second best trade to me, the second best move, is the guy that I want at Miami to go get, which is Urza Cleveland. And the Jacksonville just added depth to that offensive line.
An offensive line.
Already Etienne is having a great year. And you put him in there, he's having a good year. He was just injured a little bit while ago, but you had him in, you put him in. Miami to give up only a 6th-round pick for him and a 3rd round for Chase, bro, that you don't lose. There's nothing for you to lose. And what is Washington doing? Like I said it before, how do teams trade players in their conference to make them better? Like, it makes no sense to me what Washington did. Not one. But they did have an idiot team like the Bears who gave up a 2nd-round pick for Montez Sweat, or Sweet, whatever you want to call him, which makes no sense. How you give up a 2nd-round pick for a team that is going downhill. Your defensive coordinator wanted to get locked up by the FBI, or was going to get locked up by the FBI. Your running backs coach is about your head coach is in pretty much thin wire about losing his job, and you give up a 2nd-round pick for a player who's already saying he's not talking about an extension. He doesn't want to talk about none of that. He doesn't want to. So how do you give up a 2nd-round pick and this player doesn't even know if he wants to play for you? Why would he want to stay there in an organization who they don't have a quarterback? They're not going to have a coach. They look terrible. So they're 2-6. I would understand making this move for a 2nd-round pick. You give it up. I don't need it. I need this piece. This is the missing piece. Bro, you're 2-6. What are you doing? What are you? I get it. You got a lot of money to spend, regardless of the fact. And that's the thing. At the end of the day, he could have ended his year in Washington or somewhere else, got traded somewhere else. And at the end of the year, you could have still offered him probably the most amount of money because you have a lot to spend this year. But you gave up a 2nd-round pick, and you still don't know if he's going to stay with you.
Yeah.
Bears, you're a donkey of the day. That was dumb shit.
I can't even do it. Yeah.
That was the dumbest move, I thought, man. The dumbest move.
You know what impressed me of the trading deadline is you see teams, San Francisco, Jaguars, making moves.
Even the Eagles.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a good pickup too.
You know what I mean? Like though, these guys, they have contracts are really high. have, they paid the players, a lot of money, but they're still making moves.
Yeah.
Well,
They're willing to give up those draft picks.
And that's my issue with the Cowboys. Like you see your two, like you see Cowboys, you see Dallas, like I mean you see San Francisco making the move for Chase Young. It's like to this point, they rather build that defense line, get pressure to cover that weakness that they have in the secondary, because it is a weakness. That opposite side of Ward is their weak link, and when there's no pass rush, it can get exposed. So that's the way they're going. That's what they've been doing throughout this window when the defense has been good, right? And then Philly went to go get an all-pro safety, who's I think led the league in interceptions since he's been in the league from the safety position. Yeah, and it's like and then my team just has their owner / general manager / head coach / everything. Just like
but that's good. What I mean.
But we don't have to do anything. Like, but get something.
But to my point, Miami should have did the same thing. But like I said in the beginning of the show, but my thing is, it makes no sense. These teams, like if the 49ers call me and I own a team, I want this player, right? Chase Young. You know what I'm going to say? I know this is a missing piece for your defense to be up. Yes. You got to give me a second round pick. Now, how do you give them a third, which is probably going to be at the end of the year, a concessional third round pick for them? And they're not going to lose anything. And then they get a team like the Bears who say, I want Montrezl Sweat, I'll give you a second round pick. What are they going to say? Of course, take him. Take him. Like, it makes no sense. Like the Eagles, an Eagles team who's missing a piece or two, calls the Titans and says, I want your best safety, one of the best safeties in the league.
Yeah.
Okay, all you need to do is give us a fifth round pick. Really?
Fifth round pick.
And the Bears say, I'm 2-6. I ain't going nowhere this year. I don't know if he's gonna want to stay with me next year, but I want him for a second round pick.
And on top of that, Paul's gonna be pissed off because we're bashing Chicago without him there. But I think he'll agree, right? To the fact that after they did that trade, they put it out in the statement that, like, they didn't put it on the statement, but the whole plan of this trade, I'm kind of with D, right? Like, I don't know why you just don't wait until free agency next year, but their plan is to sign him. Well, you go to trade for a guy, give up a second round pick. You go to trade for a guy, and you go to come out and say the goal is to get an extension. While you have your star cornerback, he's Jalen Johnson, who you guys are basically ignoring. That's due up for an extension. He's also a free agent. That's the one guy like when it came to the Cowboys, like as good as Deron Bland has been this year, and he's been good ever since Trayvon Diggs went down. Right? Get him. What? There's no. Right, there's nothing wrong of getting there's nothing wrong to straighten up to get stronger in that position, no? Like that, I don't know, man. The NFL trade deadline is it's just weird. Like it's the worst one.
Yeah, it was just I find it the worst of all trading deadlines.
It's getting better.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
What you said that, right? Derrick Henry is a free agent, a pending free agent, right? He has $5.5 million left on this deal. You that's for Derrick Henry, $5 million left on the deal. Like why
that game last week? The game last week is what made him.
Yeah, it didn't help. It didn't help.
If they would have lost and got blown out, then you're saying we're out of it. Got no shot. Let's get rid of them. Get whatever we can.
I think
that game last week saved them from trading them.
I think that is
well. Right. They can still tag him right afterwards. No,
they could tag him. I don't think he's gonna want to. I mean, he's gonna be. I think it might be like a whole Justin.
A lot of running backs are going to be free agents this offseason.
Yeah.
So we don't know how the carousel is going to go this year.
Let's see. Celtics playing today, Danny?
No, we're not playing today. But there is a few games. It's a tournament thing. We're going to talk more about it on Tuesday because we want to get more information, let you guys know, what's really
maybe
going
we can
on
talk to PG, right? We can when he gets on and we can discuss it on our chat room. That when we talk, maybe we can do Tuesday football, and then maybe we can see whatever day we're free to do like a half an hour show, maybe a half an hour show on just basketball.
On just basketball.
Oh, college basketball on Monday.
Yeah,
college basketball.
Football is too much going on in football with the trade deadline and all the games going on in the games last week. To talk about it for one day of the week for an hour, it's not logical.
No,
So we'll talk to PG about it and we'll discuss more. But the Knicks are not playing the greatest. Randall needs to wake the fuck up because he's playing terrible. But it is the beginning of the season, and the Celtics looks pretty. The Celtics look good.
Look pretty, really, really good. They look really, really
so
good.
we like I said, we'll
really
look more
impressive.
into that and discuss it. Have like an episode, maybe 19 or I think we're 17. So maybe 19. We'll do like a half an hour of just all basketball.
All basketball. Let y'all know how good my team is.
Yeah,
that could be Celtic. Look,
no,
I became a Dolphins
like
fan. You accepted me. You accepted me as a Dolphins fan.
I don't like the green.
I never recall D says he accepted you as a Dolphins fan.
He accepted me in the Dolphins family. He said I could do this really good.
Yeah.
I don't like the color green.
Oh well, I don't like the Jets
green. That's it. Teal.
You got college football tomorrow too. I mean, the big game of the.
Who is the big game of the week tomorrow?
I don't know. You got Washington at USC. You got LSU at Alabama. And I feel like I'm missing one, but I think those are the two main
Syracuse
ones.
Syracuse lost.
Oh, you got Missouri, number 12, Missouri, and number 1, Georgia.
Thought you was gonna
Syracuse
say
lost again tonight.
I think they were losing last time I checked.
Yeah, they about to go on a 5-game losing streak.
They suck anyway.
They do suck. What can you do, my friend? Well, it was a great episode. 17 is in the books.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we'll look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. If not Tuesday, Wednesday. Cowboys. We're sorry about these situations where we are unavailable to make it. We are all family, man. We all have kids and kids.
Yeah, and this week with Halloween, and I had my 2 girls under the weather. It's been real.
Mike has to take off his mask. He still thinks it's Halloween, but he'll be all right. So you're fun. You heard me?
Oh shit! I need a cut. That's what I need. That's what I need.
So these coming to Yonkers in a couple of weeks to fix my mullet, my Puerto Rican haircut. I got the cowlick to the side and stuff. But yeah. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yes, sir. And Sunday morning, let's go. Fins up, baby. Let's get this dub. We need this
follow
dub.
Us at, follow
Just
us
don't
on
get blown out,
Endzone
Dallas.
Sports Podcast on Twitter.
Please.
On not Twitter, X, on Facebook, Instagram, and,
Twitch.
TikTok.
I don't even know how to work Twitch, but we'll figure that out.
Just look us up, leave comments. Anything you guys want us to talk about it, we'll be more than willing to do. And that's it. And we're gonna open a Cash App soon, hopefully.
Congratulations to TJ.
Just kidding.
We should shout out. Shout out, congratulations to TJ.
Shout out to TJ.
Okay, winning. He got more. He got more ring. He got more championship rings than his dad.
Yeah, look at that.
Well, no, he got one because Paulo got a fantasy football championship.
I forget.
There you go, 1-1.
Right.
All right, fellas, you guys have a good weekend.
All right, guys.
And let's go. Fins up.
Giants. 2 touchdown, my friend.
Oh my God! Don't do that.